Welcome back to another explainer. So today we're diving into a pretty wild medical mystery. Tell me if this sounds familiar. Have you ever woken up after a completely full night of sleep, grabbed your morning coffee, started your day, and yet somehow found yourself feeling completely, utterly drained? Well, today we're going to reveal exactly why that happens. We're getting right to the root of unexplained fatigue, and honestly, what we uncover today might completely change how you go about your day.
It's incredibly frustrating, isn't it? Hitting that absolute wall of exhaustion when your day has barely even begun. Now, most of us are super quick to blame the usual suspects. We think, oh, I'm just stressed out, or maybe I just didn't sleep that great, or we just chalk it up to getting older or lacking motivation. But what if your exhaustion has absolutely nothing to do with any of those things? What if we've been looking for the culprit in all the wrong places?
And this is where the mystery really deepens, because you do everything right. You put away the screens, you get your solid 8 hours of rest, and your body should theoretically be fully recharged. But the tank still feels completely empty. It turns out something else is going on. A hidden drain is quietly stealing your energy reserves right out from under you. And it's something you are highly likely doing right this very second without even noticing it. Seriously, check your posture right now. Which brings us to this frankly shocking number. 6. The average person spends more than 6 hours a day sitting down. But it's not actually the sitting itself that's the main issue here. The key revelation is how we sit. We're spending these massive, huge chunks of time with our heads totally tilted forward, our shoulders rounded, and our lower backs completely collapsed. Basically, we're spending over a quarter of our entire lives entirely out of physical alignment. And over time, that doesn't just ruin your posture, it literally rewires how your body burns energy every single minute.
And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what's happening inside your body. Think about driving a car with a parking brake slightly engaged. Sure, the car still moves forward, right? You press the gas, you eventually get to your destination, but man, the engine is straining and it is burning significantly more fuel just to get there. Well, your body works the exact same way. When your posture is poor, your body is forced to work so much harder, burning up your energy just to hold you upright against gravity.
Let's actually look under the hood for a second and break down the anatomy of a slouch. Because when your alignment fails, your body doesn't just relax. No, it enters this chaotic state of overcompensation. It's a compounding problem. Your neck muscles tighten up like heavy steel cables just trying to hold up your head. Your shoulders round forward, which collapses your chest. And your core muscles, the ones supposed to stabilize you, well, actually, scratch that. They don't even try. They just switch off completely. And because your core goes off duty, your lower back is forced to overwork and pick up the slack. Your body is spending vast amounts of physical energy just trying to keep you from falling over.
And this muscular overcompensation triggers an even more serious chain reaction. We call it the breathing domino effect. See, when you slouch, your ribcage physically compresses, which traps your diaphragm. Because that diaphragm can't move efficiently anymore, you start taking these really shallow, weak chest breaths. Shallow breathing means less oxygen is actually entering your lungs, and with less oxygen in your blood, your brain and your muscles are literally starved of the vital resources they need to create energy. The end result is that heavy mental fog and sheer physical exhaustion that hits you like a truck by mid-afternoon.
But okay, it gets even wilder. Your brain is constantly monitoring your physical position, right? When your posture is all out of whack, it creates physical strain. And your nervous system interprets that constant muscular strain as a low-level threat. It literally thinks you are in danger. So what does it do? It triggers a subconscious stress response. It pumps out stress hormones. It keeps your muscles tense and slightly elevates your heart rate. So instead of letting your body rest and conserve energy while you sit at your desk, your brain forces you into this subtle, exhausting state of constant alertness. Imagine wearing a heavy backpack full of rocks all day long. You'd be exhausted. Poor posture does the exact same thing.
So we end up in this vicious, honestly fascinating feedback loop. Posture and emotions are a two-way street. Think about it. You stand up way taller when you feel confident, but you physically curl inward when you're stressed out or sad. So you feel tired and you slump over your desk. But spending hours hunched over reinforces those physical signals of stress and fatigue right back to your brain. You slouch, which makes you feel even more tired. It's a wildly frustrating loop that a quick cup of coffee is definitely not going to fix.
Now, we absolutely have to talk about the modern epidemic making all of this 10 times worse: tech neck. In a neutral, nice, upright position, your head weighs about 10 to 12 pounds. Your neck muscles can handle that natural load easily, no problem. But the very second you tilt your head forward at a 45-degree angle to stare down at your phone or a low laptop, the effective force in your neck shoots up dramatically. Every single inch your head moves forward forces your neck and shoulder muscles into massive overtime. No wonder your upper body feels like it ran a marathon by 5 p.m.
Okay, let's dive into this because the hidden toll goes way beyond just achy muscles. A collapsed posture actually crushes your internal organs. It increases the pressure all around your abdominal area, making digestion way less efficient, which leads to bloating and discomfort after you eat. And because you're stuck in one stagnant position, your circulation absolutely plummets. Reduced blood flow means fewer nutrients and a lot less oxygen are reaching your tissues. Your body is designed to thrive on movement. When that movement disappears, your energy goes right along with it. Section 1. Breaking the fatigue cycle. Here is your action plan.
The incredible news here is that you really don't need perfect posture. You just need better habits. Small, super simple interventions can dramatically change your daily energy levels. So let's do this together, right where you're sitting right now. First check. Are your ears aligned directly over your shoulders? Just pull your head back slightly. Do you notice how that immediately takes that intense strain right off the back of your neck?
Next up on the checklist, untangle yourself. Are both of your feet planted completely flat on the floor? Uncross those legs if they're crossed. This incredibly simple action instantly grounds your body and allows your core to naturally engage without you even having to force it.
All right, final rapid-fire check. Look straight ahead. Is your computer screen actually positioned at eye level? Because if you have to look down at all, your environment is literally forcing you to slouch. Prop that monitor up on a stack of books if you have to, but get it right in line with your natural gaze. But beyond just sitting correctly, if there's one single number I want you to memorize from this explainer, it is 30, the 30-minute rule. Every half hour, you have to break the pattern. Stand up, walk around, stretch your chest out, or just roll your shoulders backward for 1 or 2 minutes. That is literally all it takes to reset your posture, get your circulation flowing again, and tell your nervous system that you are safe and not under physical threat. And when you do pop up for those breaks, try using this super powerful technique, diaphragmatic breathing. Place one hand on your chest and the other on your stomach. As you take a deep, slow breath in, really focus on making your stomach expand outward much more than your chest does. This physically pulls your diaphragm down, which draws massive amounts of fresh oxygen into the deepest parts of your lungs, instantly signaling your muscles to let go of that tension. Look, willpower fades. It just does. So you've got to set up your physical environment to do the heavy lifting for you. Bring your phone up to your face rather than dropping your face down to your phone. Adjust your chair height. Use those alarms on your phone to remind you to move every 30 minutes. And over time, try to weave in activities like walking, yoga, or some resistance training. Strengthening your core, upper back, and glutes means they can naturally support your alignment without you even having to think about it. I absolutely love this quote, and I really want you to take it to heart. Your best posture is your next posture. The goal here is definitely not to lock yourself into this perfectly rigid, straight spine all day long. Honestly, that's exhausting too. The real goal is fluid, frequent movement. It's about shifting your position regularly and just avoiding staying in those collapsed, energy-draining shapes for hours on end. It's all about those tiny, small adjustments that snowball into huge transformations over time. Your body has literally been talking to you, sending you signals of distress through all that tension and fatigue this entire time. But now that you actually know the hidden language of your alignment, what is your next posture going to be? Thanks so much for joining this explainer, and we will definitely see you next time.